Hi guys, it's Rich and Mark here from Newbie Prepping. Something that I wanted to talk about, something that I very rarely see in bug out bag videos, and that is something that you would think is actually quite important, a knife sharpener. It seems that when a lot of people gather their resources for their bug out bags, they seem to forget about any sort of maintenance towards it. Mark brought up an interesting point as well, that you don't just need like a knife sharpener to be able to sharpen your tools.
No, so if you pan around with me, these are not the correct stones, but if you had a flat stone, which has got a smooth surface, right? If you get a bit of like a bit of sand or a bit of gravel, put it on there. Just fine stuff, bit of spit or some water, and you can sharpen your knife on a stone. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you need to sharpen your stone and you've got no other way of sharpening it, if you need to sharpen your knife and you've got no other way of sharpening it, then that's one way you can actually do it. So if you're not careful, you can damage your knife, obviously, but if you take it nice and slow, make sure that it's wet and you've got gravel there or grit, not obviously really big thick roadside gravel, it's just like dirt from a path which has been finely ground down. Sand is the best one. If you're near where some sand, you can just lay it down and just slowly work your knife on a flat bit of stone, and that's one way of sharpening your stone out in the wilds.
Sharpening your knife in the wild.
Sharpening the I told you, memory's going.
It's all good. There's one other thing I just want to mention. So Mark, feel free to jump in if I get any of this wrong. Another thing that I wanted to mention was on the few occasions when I actually saw people with a knife sharpener in their bug out bag, they did have one of these, one of the ones where you would sharpen it like that. But I've been ever so kindly informed by my colleague Matt that this type of sharpener is only for a bevel edge, so an edge like that. I'm not sure if you can see it. So it's actually quite funny seeing it in these videos because they clearly have a knife that has a Scandi grind, so they've got the completely wrong type of sharpener for it. What you would actually need is one of these. This one is ceramic grit on one side and then 1400 on the other side. Ceramic on the other side. Still learning. This is what you would use for your Scandi grind. So for example, the Mora Companion here, which is the knife that a lot of us bushcrafters have, especially the newbie ones. This is the sort of knife that you would use on this sharpener. So yeah, that's one thing to look out for if you're a newbie, is getting the correct sort of sharpener for your knife. Perfect example is me getting the wrong one. I assumed that this would work with all of my knives, but turns out it would only work with my EDC knives. And knives like this one, which belongs to Matthew. Alrighty, nice one. Well, thank you very much for tuning in to this little bit of a video on knife sharpeners, and hopefully you've got some good information out of this.
Yeah.
Right.